things are buzzing in my head after last 4 years.
Was this advertised as a meeting or as a workshop? What is it?
It was advertised as a meeting.
Meeting? Okay.
Meeting, that way we can make decisions
All
about.
right, let's say the pledge.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That was wild. All right, call the meeting to order. This special meeting for budget purposes.
And I believe, you know what, I didn't read it, but and other items as necessary or something to that effect?
I don't have the announcement in front of me, but normally that's what's on there.
It does.
Yeah.
Is that on there?
It says budget or whatever.
Okay.
Or would it?
I'd like to go to the whatever, please.
You need to take a roll.
Yep. You ready? Roll
Yeah.
call, please.
Up here.
Here.
Brumman.
Here.
Brady.
Here.
Winnet.
Here.
Johnson.
All right. No old business, so new business. Before we do that, I'm gonna run to my office and get a cord because this thing's gonna go dead.
We're on. I wonder if there's anybody out there.
No matter. I don't know.
I didn't know if they asked.
All right. So anybody got any pleasure way to start? Revenue, expenditures,
Carolyn wants to start with not budget.
not budget?
Yep.
Okay.
What you got?
Let's do that for our budget meeting.
I would like to move that upon review, satisfactory review by legal counsel, that the chairman be authorized to sign the CDBG grant.
Is there support?
Second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye,
Yes.
Opposed? Motion
Thank you.
carries.
thank you.
All right.
So finance has been working diligently on getting some budget stuff
Well,
together.
finance has done a small portion of the work. It's mostly the clerk and the treasurer.
All right.
Where credit is due. But the bottom line,
Does
Carolyn's
Jen-
got something.
I have one other item regarding the grant, if we can step back.
Need another
for just a
motion?
moment. I need concurrence, if nothing else. You talked about backing off of the kiosks, which is fine, but supplanting it, or putting in place, having someone who would monitor all those who came into the building, would do the temps and take down, ask them the 3 questions, and take down name and address or phone number. I don't want to, I've been told that is an eligible expense, and we are in the process of getting some quotes on it. It would be contracted. Right now, the ACCOA is offering the contract at $15 an hour. The other one that I expect to have before the end of the day tomorrow would be less than $20 an hour. I think considerably less, and quite close to this one. They're out of Alpena. Do you want me to continue to move forward? And at what point? At this point, we would not be able if we don't do anything today, we would not be able to initiate this until after next Wednesday, 9 days down the road. Realizing that the funding for this stops December 31st.
So you're asking for what?
Your rec-
Permission to look for prices and go, and then,
Do you want me to pursue this approach?
I think that was the
Oh,
consensus
yeah.
of the
No,
board.
I
You
don't think it was.
Then,
don't think so?
The original concept was just to take care of the court. She's talking the whole building. This would be the
we
entire.
would have one at the upstairs entrance and one at the downstairs entrance.
So we're gonna do, you wanna do
Everybody that comes
total
in.
bill, everybody that comes in the building, not just the courts. I thought we were talking about just the courts.
We were, but then we talked about the fact that if I come in and I'm not gonna do the court, it's a stranglehold right at the, and that says that our court people become more important than our non-court
Now,
people.
we're not gonna go into that. We're not telling anybody is more important than anybody else.
Well, then why, when they come to the Register of Deeds, would they not have to been screened? If they have to be screened for the courts, why do they not have to be screened for the Treasurer's Office or the Register of Deeds?
Because the courts have made something totally different on their own merits. Nobody's getting screened walking into Chris Mart, and those poor people gotta see 1,000 people a day. We don't care any less about them. The courts have come up, and they've done this before. They make up, I mean, you've been you said many times, well, the courts want this, the courts want that. They've decided they want this extra,
They also said we have people coming in for courts on Mondays and Fridays, just not formal court. They're coming in to do things with the court.
see, I thought Jennifer, when we talked, she said, if you guys handle the busy days, we can handle the not so busy days.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I'm
what-
sorry, just to,
That's what Jennifer said. Isn't that what, didn't you guys hear that?
Yes, she said that, but then we also are excluding any coverage for anybody outside of the court.
Okay.
You're excluding those that are coming in to see to the prosecuting attorney's office, to equalization.
As we have for the last 6 months, right? Since we've been open again, fully open. Well, when we came out of complete shutdown, we were open and we weren't screening anybody. We weren't thermostat checking anybody. We weren't doing anything. And we haven't been.
Tell me what you want done.
Well, that's just what I thought was what we were going to try the courts first. They said, it sounded like they could work with that and see where it goes. That's what was that not?
that was what I,
Adam, what'd you think?
During the meeting, we talked about that way, yes.
Yeah, we talked about they'd be at somewhere by the, screening the people that came in on the busy days, right?
I thought that was the consensus that we had.
Then I would ask that be put on the books then as a motion, that we only screen those going into the court. And that it be Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays only.
Well, whatever day Jennifer said she couldn't handle it.
Well, you have to be able to set up the contract with the people there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you know. But I think there's two things. I think she has a bid for $15 an hour from, I think she needs the latitude that if she gets other bids that are more than that or right in that area, that's where they need to get this thing started, right? I mean, we're not gonna pay more than that if we don't have to, even though it's all covered.
The other one is going to come in close to that.
And this is reimbursable, so we could start
This
that
is
next week.
reimbursable until December 31st.
So you can start right
Then
away.
after that, we have to pay.
Well, we don't have to do it maybe after that. Maybe we'll decide, maybe things begin to quiet down. Who knows? But we will have to.
But we could start next week, and then once we get the money, and we can reimburse ourselves, and, okay. Well, that was my intent, my
So it's
thought.
only needed one person to do it on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for court people.
What hours do you want done?
whatever they need.
Well, they're requesting it, so it was what they wanted.
Okay, well, the next question is gonna be what do we do about lunchtime and going to
already
the
got-
bathroom and
I've
everything?
asked that question already, and I don't have a
So,
response.
one
Well, you're
person at
hiring
the-
these people to be there. Oh, you're
Well, it's
being,
not a one-person thing, right? It's like you're doing a contract for $15 an hour, they can set up who
Well,
was when, right?
the court's already doing it now. Can't they cover at least a lunch and a bathroom break?
Well, as I say, but we're contracting somebody outside. It's not one person. They can have two people.
sure,
Here, as
Swap, it's
many as
on
they
their,
want.
it's on their schedule. to
Yeah, they
swap out
provide
people.
coverage for us for this
Right.
amount of time.
right.
Okay, I talked myself back out of it, sorry.
Yeah.
Apologize.
So from when the courthouse opens to when it closes on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Do you want it to run that late? Because frequently court is over with. Or do you want it put on the basis of as needed,
Why don't we leave that up
determined by the courts?
Let them do it by their discretion. I mean, the part is when they get overwhelmed is probably in the morning, in the late afternoon. I would
I
get,
think we need to be consistent in whatever we do. If we say 8:30 to 3, we can't keep changing that. We need to be consistent about it.
Right, you just have to be here. If there's nobody here, there's nobody here. Or if there's one person walking in, I mean,
So I would say 8:30 to 4:30 because the courts, as you said, occasionally go past the 3 o'clock hour.
so 8:30, 4:30, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
You have Jen on.
Hey, Jennifer, can you hear us?
I can hear you fine.
So why don't you give us some guidance? What would your request be that you would like some staff here to monitor?
Like we spoke last time, if we could do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8:30 to 4:30, Mondays and Fridays, we should be able to cover for the office staff when that would happen. It's just the heavy court days.
Okay, so we kind of got
That's
it
what I'll
then.
do
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Would someone provide us with a motion on that, please? So,
yeah, I'll make a motion that we provide staffing for the court system Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday,
8 to 4.
8 to 4:30,
For temperature and health screening.
for screening into the courtroom.
Your support?
Second.
Order?
Oh,
Yeah.
Dan seconds.
Doesn't matter. Keep going.
All right. All those in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Yeah, I,
All those in favor, say aye.
Yes, aye.
Okay. Opposed?
aye.
Motion carries.
Was that an opposed aye or
Pardon me?
was that an opposed aye or?
Yes,
Yeah.
as opposed.
She was opposed.
Okay.
Okay, can we get on budget?
One thing before, since we're on all this. So I've had a couple of complaints. A couple of people have called. They want to know, when are we open the building back up to 4:30? They can't get off work. It's shutting too early. Yada, yada, yada. Any thoughts on that? I mean, we're working till 4:30.
I'll make a
Wait a s-
motion to open it, to reestablish it till 4:30, Monday through Friday.
Second for discussion.
All right?
Well, we just signed with these guys till 4:30.
Yeah, they'll be here. I've had I don't know, I'm not gonna, a huge amount of people, but there's some folks that are just, I gotta take off early from work to get here in time, and they wondered, what are we gonna do? When are we gonna open this back up to full hours? So,
Not to be devil's advocate, but we did say that they were permitted to go into the offices. Somebody would just have to escort them in and out of the building.
yeah, most people I don't think know that. Is it on the door that says that? I don't know if it is or not.
I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
there's nothing stopping us from opening at 4:30.
I mean,
Stay
yeah,
open, just open it.
Yeah.
Motion on the floor.
Any other discussion? All right. All right, all those in favor of reopening the building at or keeping the building open to its regular scheduled
4:30.
hours till 4:30, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
yes.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. All right. So if we
What's the
could,
effective date of that, please?
Monday,
Yeah, Monday
so a
will be
week,
fine.
a week from today. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still requiring masks?
Yes.
Okay, just
Yeah, we
asking.
would, our COVID response plan's still in place.
Just asking.
Yeah, I mean, that didn't change. All right, so who's gonna send that memo out? Is personnel gonna send that out, or,
We can.
okay, if you would, let everybody know that, a week from today, we're back to 4:30. Okay. All right,
Will the lobby still be open till 5 or not?
till 5? Was it open till 5 before? Yeah. I don't think
I'm
so.
just asking.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Bring up.
I was done with these things.
Sorry.
Um,
Just a little hanger. a little
well,
bit.
I don't know. I felt like what we said is goes back to normal hours, the way we were, so. Does that fit your motion?
Yeah,
So that's
that's
It was
fine.
part of being going back to normal, that if that's part of normal, then that's what we are. All right,
That's the 16th, is it?
16th, yeah.
16th?
Yeah.
All right, get all that house cleaning done.
Thank you.
Moving on, budget. So where do we want to start?
Well, you got,
Well, we'll start with the overall picture.
Okay,
Overall picture,
we're on 101 here?
101, we're gonna talk about, because there's no reason to muddle it down with the other funds right now.
Mm-hmm.
But,
page page 9.
9?
Then
That was the
101.
oh, there's other funds are here, my apologies.
Yeah, but page,
My 9 isn't that.
My 9 is the tail end of 101.
What's that
Yeah.
over there?
Here's my,
what do you got?
it's this one.
Yeah, you got the wrong one, I think.
Page 9
Hold
here.
on, let me see. I got a 1 through
How come
26.
it's different than mine?
You need to
There
have
you
a
go.
1
Just-
through
oh.
60.
You should have one for.
Oh.
Yeah, you just had,
I had a different one.
okay. So your first two
All
pages,
right,
so you show the
So-
revenues.
right now, we're saying that for 2021, we're 233 short.
No,
No.
450.
452,000.
Oh, 452, 233.
Yep.
So our appropriations are 233 less than they were, when, last year?
Correct.
Yep. So we showed.
So we've cut our bills and we're still 452.
Yep.
Actually, it looks like it's 233.
Might as well call it 453.
I have 509. Four. Oh,
All right.
never mind.
Find it? That's the bottom line. That is including bringing in, if you look on the income side, down on line, where is it? Oh, I can't find it.
Transfers in.
Transfers in from,
From ambulance service and from,
we got the 50,000 in there from 911 yet? Or I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah,
EMS?
50,
yep,
50,
delinquent tax.
324. So where'd the 324, 291, just, that was,
That's from tax collection.
That was your 5-year average that you requested, leaving the balance at 1.7%.
Yep.
okay.
So that's
That's where that number got generated from?
That's that number, but it still isn't like, oh, we'd have that to go towards this deficit. It's already figured in. Okay. Now, between Dan and I and the clerk and the treasurer's office, we went through all these line items several times. However, there are other commissioners here with a lot of experience, and maybe they can see some things that maybe we didn't.
You're into expenditures now?
I'm not into anything yet. I'm doing an
Okay.
overall picture of
Okay.
what we did and how it went. 1%.
For all the employees.
Oh, yeah, and also we included 1% raises in case that was gonna have to happen.
I
Or
think, don't we have 2 for Teamsters? They have 1 more year on their contract, I think theirs is 2.
Yeah,
that was,
that.
everything that was already in stone is in here.
Okay.
Well,
The contract.
with the caveat of, I'm pretty 99% sure it's in
Right.
here.
Okay,
Well, we did include the potential 1% raise for employees, so these numbers are actual. And we also put money in for HRA deductibles. Because, so we're covered with a possible liability that we pick up from deductibles in case anybody in the HRA does get into that deductible situation like we did this year.
Yep, and we put it more in than we did last year because there were several that did
Right.
exceed what we anticipated. Now, that can all go away if we go straight HSA for everybody.
Right.
What was, 10% on the health insurance?
Well, with Mesa, we don't have the liability with, if we
Right.
have to change insurance carriers, Mesa doesn't have the liability on the HRA. We would automatically lose that if we do go with Mesa,
Oh,
okay?
or if we just went straight HSA on.
Yeah,
priority
I mean,
health.
there's things that we can pull, but it's like $36,000. All we're talking 9 people times
Yeah.
4, so it's only $36,000. So it doesn't knock that number down drastically, but there is potential to drop that down.
There's no golden key here. It's
No.
just the nitpicky.
No,
Sheriff's Department was not, because their contracts were not negotiated yet. They're still at the last year's rate.
So they're at 2%?
No, they're at the same rate as 20 for
Okay.
the Sheriff's Department, which is gonna make a big impact.
So did you do 10% on the healthcare increase? Is that kind of what we were guessing, or what did you do for healthcare?
yeah,
increase?
yeah,
Yeah.
6.2.
6.2.
6.2%
Yeah.
increase?
yeah.
Darn.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just,
We're doing expenditures now then. Okay.
well, we're just
No, we're still talking about.
we're just
we're-
talking about the overall
Just
numbers,
asking how it got generated and what numbers,
Yeah.
the big picture numbers.
making sure that we covered everything.
What did we do on MERS? How did you figure that? cost?
MERS has all the new, with the
Yep.
pullouts and everything, that's all, and that is a big contributor to what this
Right.
is extra
Yeah,
also.
that's all in there. We're pretty sure with the, like Adam said, with the treasurer's office, the clerk's office, Cheryl, Trina, I'll sit down there. We're pretty sure that we've got everything covered and have got all those bases and potentials covered on this.
So, Tony had said $100,000 increase. Is it, did it work out about that when you figured it all out, or don't?
That's Trina.
Trina, do you know?
Sorry,
On the MERS.
Tony said about 100, expected us to do 100,000, would be a portion of that, probably about 80,000 of that, I think, for general fund.
Yeah, I
Is that what it-
calculated all the retirement right into each budget line, so it's all
Oh.
calculated at 2021 rates.
Okay. Can we get a total on it somehow, or not?
I'd have to run it.
Just the MERS, no, we don't have it, but we do, finance would suggest that we try to isolate that from every
Yeah.
department line item like that, and try to, we're kicking around some concepts right now,
Yeah.
what to do. Did I say department? Weird. But, you know, I don't know if you wanna take the time right now to do a line by line of some of this stuff, or, you know, it sounds like Carolyn might have something on the expenditure side that popped up for her. You start with that.
Well, one of the things that, I realized I was working backwards, which is not necessarily the best way to go, but I think that the contract amount in 648, I think the contract amount for,
you-
What
What's the
page are
page?
you on?
it's 648 activity,
Yeah, that's not right.
8.
A contract amount should include the autopsies, doesn't it?
Pardon me?
A contract amount includes autopsies,
No, yeah, that's not right.
Yeah,
doesn't?
if you add those two together,
Right.
you have more than what the contract amount,
Right.
is the contract 21 or 22,000 some odd?
Medical
Yeah,
examiner,
the
Page
medical
7,
exam.
page 9.
8.
Nine.
I think it's 22, but you might have got a break this year and only paid 20.
we paid 20 this year,
I think next year it goes to 22.
but that's inclusive of the autopsies.
Yeah, right.
But not MEIs.
I thought it was all inclusive.
Yeah, that's what I mean, it includes the autopsies.
Yes.
In
So
this
it's-
budget, it's delineated
Yeah,
out.
well, so we got like 25,000 budgeted there.
And I
it
think
could
you
be
need 22, I'm
so
gonna say.
there could be.
I wouldn't, there may be some wisdom in leaving 500 into autopsies.
Yeah, right.
Although I haven't seen I don't think I've ever seen an autopsy that was done for $500.
Yeah.
But maybe 1,000, because
And we have yet to be billed for any, right? I mean, it's been
Oh,
working.
no.
we haven't, but if you were to have one that
Yeah.
happened in Iosco,
Sure,
you'd end up paying
Right.
for it.
but I
You
mean,
could.
we're pretty safe
There's
on,
more than enough money
In there.
in those two line items to cover what you need
Right,
to
so
cover.
there's a couple $1,000.
so we
that could-
need to get what the contract amount is, put that in and add 500 to the
21 or
autopsy.
22 with change.
So there's 20, There's $2,000 in there. It's
I don't
extra.
think anything would go to IAPA.
I mean, it's not gonna set the world on fire, but
It would all go down to MIFSM.
Sorry, I mean, there was a couple of instances where we would have to pay in the contract for an autopsy.
oh, if there's in excessive, if there's 10
Yeah,
or more,
there's a bunch of them all at once and some.
we have other issues if there's 10 or more.
Yeah,
At
So
one time, at one
we're
time.
only talking a couple $1,000.
couple $1,000, yep.
Yeah, that's all you're
That's a
talking.
plus.
Well, it is, but it's still,
Well, now we're down to 450,000 even.
You've only had 2 so far this year.
Did you have numbers that you were adjusting that?
I don't have the contract, I'm not sure what it is.
Retirement looks low under 101.
101 what?
101.
101,
718.
yeah.
$4,000?
Yeah, that looks,
Mhm.
5,700. That looks low to me. We've already spent 61 this year. And we spent 8,000 last year. Well, not last, yeah, last year,
I
2019.
see it.
Carolyn, I'm sorry, which line?
Pardon?
Which line are you?
Retirement, 718. 000.
Yeah, I know they went through it, but to go from here to here,
101,
in
101.
2 years, that's a big jump.
The amended budget was
I know she figured it, but
Pardon?
Yeah.
The amended budget for 2020 was
Not in
11,000.
corrections
For
in jail. There's
2021,
nobody
it's
got swapped there.
57,27.
That's where a
That
lot of
seems
it
like
ended
it's
up.
low to me.
That 50K.
Came
That's
from
what I
in a jail?
calculated, I can look at the.
Because the
actual.
jails were, they were all.
Okay, that's great if that's what it is.
Yeah, she went through, Trina went through and figured all these retirements out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's not a right now conversation.
I can't get this up to the screen, but you guys can see this is the 718 that was calculated. And the comparison between 2020, if I could get it to the screen, it's there, but if not. for the
Okay.
general fund,
Yep, thank you.
Those are the changes.
So we were at 485, but this is figured to 784. And I thought,
Why have we reduced
his was
NEMCOG
not
dues?
784, it was 694.
Who's he?
Tony, when he gave us our total amount of retirement was 690 something for
If
2021.
you look at the numbers, it may include the defined contribution as well.
Yeah, and them
Oh,
dues are.
maybe that's why. Hold on.
Yeah, fine as anything. I mean,
Is
So
there a
my-
reason we're dropping NEMCOG?
It's, I think that's just a typo, that's wrong there.
What's that?
NEMCOG,
810.
810.
004. Their dues are about $5,600. So I would,
I don't know if it just got, if 6 got missing in there or what, but.
I'm gonna get my purse.
Where do you wanna put NEMCOG at?
I would say probably I would say 57 because their dues, I think that's pretty close to, the 56, 57 is
I don't think we
pretty
paid them
close.
last year. Not that I recall.
Did we pay NEMCOG last year?
For
You-
the activity we haven't.
You and I looked at the bill, and it's one of those Julys through to Junes, and I don't know that we've paid this, I haven't,
It was, 810.
Yeah,
Sir,
Contractor.
you dropped the resource officer in school, right?
yep, that's not in here anymore.
20,
Okay.
okay.
So 20,000.
Unfortunately, that is
and
not a
then
place
if
we
you
could
did
find
two
money.
autopsies at
I wish it was.
$1,000, it'd be $21,000 for that budget. I don't know what you want to do with the other two lines for travel and the other one. So the
The
contract,
contract needs to be at 20,000 then, thank you.
you're welcome.
For the autopsies then?
Yeah.
Okay. So the total of those 2 line items, really, do you need to have any money in the autopsy line item?
Probably not.
But probably
Probably
wouldn't hurt
not.
not to have.
So are we changing that to 15 are we gonna put the whole 20,000 right on the contract services for a medical examiner?
Yeah, I
I would think so.
Okay,
But maybe we should have 1,000 in autopsies just in case we go
and
over.
what about travel and education and training or whatever?
I'd leave them right where they're at,
Well,
wouldn't you?
I mean, I know it's only 100, well, we still spend money on it though.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
I
784.
can't print them all.
So what we've got, that's what we got for general fund, total. 784, 289. And that's what total for everybody's supposed to be, is 890. 736.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like enough of a difference, does it?
Yeah, I mean, I can double check my numbers. I have a spreadsheet up in the office that I'm just taking
just
the
wonder if
wages and calculating by the percentages, so. It might be, I mean, I don't really know exactly how they calculate. They might overestimate, I don't know.
I mean, that's the new, that's
Because
our,
I'd be calculating exact to the multiplier of each
so you
person.
use that one times each person.
Yeah, I use the no phase in percentages. with
Times that person's.
Each person's wages
Yeah.
on whichever, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Adam, you don't mind me asking, because I
Just
Not
as
that
kind
I-
of want to cut to the
I
chase a
made a
little bit
mistake.
here.
Well, only because it's.
Pretty
I'm
much-
Looking at this. So
Where,
last
where
year,
is,
this is
because I
what
mean,
last year's was.
offices are down to the bare bones
661,
for stuff,
and we
right?
were
I
only
mean,
at
pretty much
484.
paper clip, stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay, so they were over last?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
there's
but
nothing more
this
you,
is-
I mean, this is,
This is library, this is 911.
yes, you know,
Everybody.
barring anything that
Not just general
Dan and
fund.
I or
I just
No,
everybody
it would
else who
be-
worked
it
on it
would be
missed.
everybody in
Like,
defined
you know, there
benefit.
could be something
Right.
else
But-
in here that we
So
didn't see.
you're confident you got just general fund?
I don't think we're ready
For
to
this
say
number.
this is the
For this
final
number.
countdown
I'm
and move
very
on to make
confident.
hard decisions
Yeah,
about
because-
Seems
what to
like
do
it
about
jumped
everything
a
else.
lot.
The budget
we need to-
separates by each
This needs to be
fund,
gone
so-
over first, and not just today, but, you know, have everybody a
I mean, I
chance
looked
to
at this
look at
one.
the numbers
I mean,
on their
it's,
own too.
I knew we moved a few people, but we went from, no, here's 2019. Where was it here?
and I saw that we're doing snowmobile law enforcement
Yeah,
again.
that's not the one.
But we're paid to do that, correct?
Yep,
It was a
that's
big.
money in, money.
So that's, yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
know, it was
something.
corrections in jail, and he said there was a little bit of.
So is the Marine
Fund
officer,
business.
money in, money
It
out.
went from 91 in 2019
Has this,
to 150.
secondary road.
Well, it depends on the carve out. 'cause
Right,
this
so
is
there
the
were some that
jail.
were.
A portion
that-
of
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I was
thought
Yeah,
that
and
was
I
all
know.
included.
I
Doesn't cover the whole
recalculated
thing.
it
The extra
because
don't either, but
we
they
moved
extra
one of the
Well,
employees.
that's within
so
a couple
the
$100,
whole
so-
Right, right.
11,000
Secondary
was
is
only
different.
11,200.
Yeah, and I didn't know there was a jail
It
one.
used to
too.
be much more.
Yeah,
Can we just double check that, make sure, because we.
I will definitely do
Okay.
that. Mhm.
All right.
So, like I said, we gotta start working on this at some point because, you know, here we are again, November, whatever
Ninth.
it is today, and, you know, we gotta have something ratified by middle of December.
So we don't have road commission yet, Parks and Rec yet.
No, oh, Parks and Recs is tomorrow night. Road Commission sent me his revenue, but not his appropriation, so I don't know what that's about. But those, I mean, those are what they are. I mean, those aren't,
you're not
The
gonna,
non-generals, basically,
they're gonna do what they do, that's,
we just gotta make sure the income matches the
right.
the outlay.
The rec.
To a degree.
The utilities on the rec, just so you know, Craig, okay, those are gonna be a lot less.
Yeah,
Cause that, you know,
Good
there's
for
still,
the bill.
yeah, the electric
they're
bill's
still
only,
getting credit.
yeah, the electric bill's only gonna be about 500 a year total. So unless they during the winter plug in those heaters and don't unplug them or whatever, it could go up, but they're not gonna need that big money there for electrical.
You're
I don't wanna jump in on everybody, but where are we at? Are we at any,
Well, no, we
we just
just,
sort of.
people are just,
your fund.
since this is the first time
Should
anybody's
match
looked
Yeah.
at it,
your fund
you know,
back here.
Carolyn's going line by line and seeing where we missed. I can see there's a couple things
292.
missed.
So with this, we're showing 100,000 in
First line,
contingency?
Page 9.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
we done with the overview?
This child
Yeah.
care fund
Okay,
amount here.
so back to your autopsies, the contract was found and.
Should
you
match
agreed on 20,000.
this
Do you want
revenue
that
stream
changed
up
as
here.
we go along so you can have a good number?
Yeah,
Page 47.
I don't think it's 20 though.
I'm looking right
yeah,
at it.
look at
Yeah,
that.
but look at the, we made a deal with them and they said 20 the first year.
No, 18
Um,
the first year.
Contributions from other
20,000 the
sources,
second
other
year,
funds.
And 20,000 the
That's
Now,
what
third
it
year.
is.
you won't
Oh.
need to give that
Guess we
all
made a
to
better
them,
deal than I thought.
but
So 20,000.
But we
Their
wasn't clear on
budget,
the, if
we're,
in case there
we're
were
supposed
an
to be
autopsy or two.
prepared.
Autopsies are all
to pay
included
what's
in
their
it.
budget.
Unless it goes
We need
too
to.
many.
Unless there's a
So-
public disaster and
The
there's,
same is true
what is it,
with
10 or
friend
more
of
or
the
something?
court and with,
I'd have to look.
then we come back and we negotiate
Right.
what it's gonna cost. So no, there is no autopsy.
So which
cost.
one
So
has
just
to be
zero on the
different?
autopsy line.
You can
Pardon?
make her happy and put
Which one do I have
$500.
to change?
I think it was
Well,
all inclusive.
really,
It was.
we gotta change this one because this one,
171?
So we saved more than that.
186.
page
5,200.
9,
Page 9 needs
Okay,
to be.
we're now at 448.
should be this number here, this 186.
You got that? $20,500?
Now, the next
186.
one,
Carolyn? Before, because we're writing down some numbers. So they found the contract. It's 18, 20, and 20.
yes,
Well, you thought it was 22.
she saw it, she showed it to me.
Okay. So we're gonna
Yeah.
put 20 and $500,
Sounds good.
okay?
What else?
Are you leaving the
The other one
175 travel and the
Is
100 education?
probate public
Um,
guardian, it's
yeah.
298.
Well,
Scott, you're one of the MESI guys. Do we need travel money and education money?
No, because MFISM covers.
Pays it all.
that.
Contribution
So
from other
if
funds,
they
they've
do,
got
if we
6,000
do a case,
listed.
the MEIs either get 150 or 190 and all of their travel from home to the scene is
You
all
have 6,000,
included.
that one's good.
And they pay all
They
the
provide
training?
all the
Then the
training.
other
Yep.
one is friend of
They
the
just had a
court.
training
You've got
2 weeks ago over in
95.
West Branch. I did not
Yeah.
attend, but I don't believe any of our people were paid by MFISM for their expenses or for their day.
Okay. So that's, I think, no, we don't put anything in there.
You want those?
250.
Take it out. That was the whole idea with that contract.
$20,500 in the
All
bottom line
inclusive.
on that.
20,000.
So the 146
What is it?
that
Where
was
is it?
paid out, the-
We had a portion of this year, but we didn't have
Till
them.
March 1st.
We didn't get them until March 1.
006.
oh, we put it on. Okay, so you want those 0 and 0?
Yes.
We have 95.
And they have
What was the,
20016.
what, talk to you guys. What was the rationale on the childcare? Was there a factor or something, 171? Or is that
That's the number we got from
Jennifer?
Jennifer,
Jennifer.
it's gonna be more. Sure, but
It's gonna be less this year. We're actually doing better
So
this
that's
year.
bad.
We've only used 70 this year
They
so
think,
far.
oh, they're anticipating
Yeah,
more
so-
from
but
us.
she's gonna,
Just keep in the
We're
back
down to
of your mind
448,
that
123.
that provides you with dollars towards the end of
Going in the right direction. Hey, Jennifer?
But it doesn't help you in balancing your budget.
She's not on.
48,023.
All right.
so I think everybody just needs to, since you've seen it, everybody needs to go through it, look at it, and develop their questions unless you wanna go line by line right now as we sit here.
Well, that's been the tradition. So let's, I mean, we're kind of doing that, shooting around at the big ones. Let's just go each one, starting revenue, work our way down, come up with a reasoning on why it's different,
10 and 15,000.
do it quickly,
So they could.
as quick as we can. Adam, you up for that?
What?
We'll go down line by line them in revenue and
Sure,
give an explanation why, what for, and what's the reason.
I'm in.
Okay, property taxes, I take it that's from equalization, that's a
Yep.
good number.
Yeah.
Taxes prior years, delinquent personal property tax, PILT, that's the new number, I take it, good. State PILT, trailer taxes, dog licenses, marriage licenses. Okay, emergency services went down, revenue? Is there a,
No. It's the same. Budgeted 7,000.
oh, I'm looking at activity, that's all, I was looking at, so we budgeted 7 last year, I don't have this year's budgeted on my sheet.
No, you don't. We just
I've only
have-
got
You just put
activity.
activity.
you Just got activity.
Okay,
Have we got a grant for Sheriff Fest for next year?
$1,000.
I thought he said this was done.
okay,
Hemp grant, we got more money.
court equity,
It's the same. Court equity was the same.
so we were 49,
That was in,
Last
the
year.
2019.
then it went down.
and it went down that, well, I guess, yeah, 2020 looks pretty rough, but this is a weird year.
Yeah, it is.
Security grant, federal grants, what's the Stone Garden, is that something for the sheriff's department?
Sheriff's,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. COVID-19 relief, judge's salary, 105, that's a standard one, standard probate court, court juvenile lands, these are all reimbursed, right?
Yep.
Marine safety, ORV, secondary road patrol, reimbursed. Secondary road patrol is going down,
Yes. Went down this year,
okay.
the end of the year.
Prosecuting attorney, co-op, that's the same?
The only one I don't see is court, drunk driving case flow assistant. That doesn't look like it was budgeted, and we budgeted, 3,500 for the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah, drunk driving, there's nothing
We
in
got
there.
1185.45 this year.
So we needed that 101,542, we need to put
Oh, 03, yeah, there should be,
35?
unless there's
Heck yeah.
something I don't know about, and Jen could probably answer that.
Maybe 1,200 there?
Is that Tom's office though? Jennifer, can you, drunk driving case overflow assistant?
Yes, that's ours. That is the
Okay,
full-
we've got, we've budgeted 3,500, we got 1185 activity right now. Well, can we put 2,500 in there for next year?
That 1,100 is very low, so I would say yes. 25.
Okay. All right, thank
But
you.
there's only 16 last year.
19.
So that is a formula that's done based on statewide cases of drunk driving cases statewide. So it's partially a formula that takes into account our current caseload and they work it into a number that also factors in what they've received statewide. It's a hard thing to predict. So unless statewide numbers are also low.
There's a lot of drunk driving going on, everybody's.
I like 2,500.
2,500, you got that?
Yep.
2,500? Got it?
It's in there.
Prosecuting attorney, considerably down over activity in 19. Crime Victim Rights Services, this is all Tom's office, right?
Mhm.
State liquor tax, now just stop me if you want to discuss it. Convention facility funds, 38,000. State grant medical marijuana,
We didn't budget anything last year, we got 14,178. Do you intend to do another, or is there one available for next year that was one that's not been budgeted, that needs to be looked at?
You think there'll be grant funds available for that?
Who did that last time?
well that's not the one I did. 14,000? No, it was only 4,600. The one I did.
This is the medical marijuana. You're talking about the one you did with,
I did medical marijuana, that's down at the back, that's at,
Wasn't part
I
of
didn't
that,
do medical marijuana, I did.
No, I was
You
gonna
got
say,
something in for district health, didn't you? Wasn't that where that went?
It was about,
Yeah.
it was about $4,000.
Yeah, 40 some $100.
Can't remember the exact.
And it was in here, I saw it.
4206 was the amended budget for 2019. 2020, we didn't budget anything, and I will look and see what's up with the 14,178.21, because that's what we got.
it's an activity line. We got that one in, or else it was misplaced.
Yeah, because it wasn't that much. And I don't know if it's gonna happen again. I mean, DHD2 is the one who administers it and does everything. So,
It was kind of passed through us back to
Right.
them.
right.
So we don't need to, you don't think we need to put anything in there for revenue?
As long as it's not an expenditure somewhere else.
Exactly.
It is an expenditure,
No, it isn't.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
it
It
passes,
washes.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
saying,
it-
if we're trying to,
It transfers out to DHD. It goes the other way eventually.
if that line item's in here somewhere, then we need to have it in there to cover. That'll help us for $4,000 or 14, whatever that is.
No, it won't help us.
No.
So until we get it, I guess you look
Right.
up and see what 14,178 means. All right. State revenue sharing.
I have a question on that one. Okay, so we got extra 40, I know it was COVID or whatever, right? But we ended up with an extra 40 some thousand.
I don't think it was 40 some.
Approximately.
Yeah, because we usually
Went
get
from
50.
55 to 93 or something.
92.
something.
92. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
I don't know where that appears on here, I guess.
It's in the COVID fund relief grant that was, all the monies that come in through COVID are specified to be in the fund that you created.
Okay.
You allowed me to create.
Got it.
That's where that 92 is.
When I was reading through that, I don't know if you saw that direction, it said that money had to be in a 528 other federal grants until it was utilized.
Which is in that separate fund. We had
Okay.
to create a fund to hold in that, we have them in a few different funds before this direction came out from the Department of Treasury. So they are, it's appropriately in, we'll need to do some adjusting for the ones that are out there. So when they, because we have 92 sitting in that separate fund, it's gonna be transferred to the general fund to cover those costs. Once everything is allocated and figured out.
Oh, but this is 20, oh, my bad. This is
Yep.
2021.
Okay.
My brain's in the wrong spot.
State revenue sharing county incentive. 48. State funded disaster, 1,000, what's that?
That was your, if there was a disaster, like a pandemic or something, you had $1,000 set aside for covering costs.
Oh. Boy, you get a lot done with that. District court
It
costs.
keeps the line item open so we can put more in there,
95,000.
mister.
District court costs 95,000. Is that a good number? Jen, did you print that in? She's not there.
I think that number seems fair.
Yep. Circuit court costs 30,000.
I did not put that number in. That might have been done by.
That's
the-
based on,
Well, we're at 31 right now. We were at 31 and 19.
It's based on the kids' number. I mean, I would think that Stephanie may have put that one in because she does a circuit court transmittal, but I think that seems a
Yep.
fair number.
Okay. District court fees, 25,000.
Yep.
We're at 21, we're at 22 basically right now.
Yep.
Okay. No, you're supposed to say, no, let's put more.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm reading myself and I'm not saying it out loud. Attorney fees reimbursed, 1,500. Probation fees, 16,000. Probation oversight fees, 3,000. Circuit court fees, 4,000. Now, these are showing a little bit low for our 2020 activity because of COVID. Is that fair?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. So it's not really a fair look at 2020, but probate court fee, 7,500. Equalization services, 6,000. County treasurer services, 8,000. At 12 already. Wow.
It was
A
47
lot
the
of
year
sales,
last
a
year.
lot
Yeah.
of certifications.
Yep. Return check fees, GIS fees, 1,000. Register of deed services, 117. Is that a number from
Yep.
Missy?
Yep.
Good. Real estate transfer tax, 65. Is that for Missy too? I would think that'd be, if the other fee went up, wouldn't that real estate transfer tax go up a little too?
yeah, but we're only at 68 this year, and it's kind of a
It's
weird
been a big
bubble.
year, so.
Yeah, we might, you know.
That's
most
why you go
properties are
63,
gone.
68, split the difference, and
Right, that's
Okay.
the talk. There's not gonna be a lot of property next year.
Talk me into it. 1,600 for plat books, remonumentation, 175. Child care collection fee, 2,000. Crime victim collection fee, $50. Sheriff services, 10,000. Employee meals, 2,500. Salvage vehicle inspection, 500. Police reports, 1,000. Is that a number from Scott, or is that, did we just
Yeah.
say
yeah,
1,000?
no,
DNA
get some
testing,
Numbers from him.
400. Bail bond collections, 700. Fingerprinting, 2,000. It's up. Sex offender registration, 1,500, staying about the same. Law enforcement service contract, 2,500. School liaison officer,
Nothing.
nothing. Okay. And, there's no talk of that at all?
Nope.
Okay. Parole detainer, 1,000. Where's that come from? What's that about? Never did it before?
Sheriff Department.
Sheriff's Department. so-
Something new? 2,500 drug test, drug court. Drug test, friend of the court, 500. Drug test, 81st District Court. This is all,
Why would we have printed the court? Well, okay, no,
we're doing this through the
Yep.
sheriff's department, right? They're doing it?
Yeah.
Why such a drop? 8,495 down to 2,500?
But they weren't taking anyone in the offer.
COVID, yeah.
Because of COVID.
So should we be doing a little more than 2,500?
Oh, for 2021?
I think.
They just redid the facility so they could take on.
What was 2018?
This one was through district court. It was a separate type of drug testing, and now the facility's through the sheriff's department. So who's going to really be doing the majority? That's
I mean, I thought we got all certified so we could do them. Sheriff's department did,
right.
and that was a moneymaker.
So the sheriff's department's gonna go.
I don't know if we started in 18 or 19 though. I don't know if 18's gonna show it. You looking up 18, Joe?
I can. Sure. I don't know where it fell.
What's the number?
627
130 or revenue?
revenue.
Revenue.
627,081.
Craig, I can tell you we were doing drug testing at the sheriff's department in 18.
Cause we got 19 revenue of 84.95. 20 activity to date is only $1,500. But we were shut down, right? I mean, there was a lot.
There was
So
no
we're
drug
only
testing.
budgeting. So we've only budgeted 2,500 for next year. I'm thinking maybe we should be budgeting more for that in revenue.
I don't want
We were
to
80.
speak for the sheriff as far as his anticipated revenue there, but I can tell you that we were testing in 18. You had mentioned you were wondering if we'd started testing in 18.
Yeah.
We were testing in
Okay.
18.
We're gonna find out how much we made in 18. How much was it?
It's still
Oh.
rolling.
You still, but this COVID thing goes on until June, you're still gonna be down.
Are you drug testing now, Jennifer?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Drug testing for
What
do you
drug
think,
court,
Greg?
front of the court,
Oh,
drug court in front of the court,
Yes,
and
it is,
district
that's
court.
it.
2017, there was $1,800. 2018, 9,930. 2019,
waves.
6,065.
Thinking 5,000?
Yeah, I would
Through
think.
August. Hold on. I'll get to it.
What's 2020 through August?
That was 19.
Oh. I'm thinking 7,500.
Yeah, probably. Add 5 to that.
So 101,000,627,081. Make it 7,500.
Yeah.
Right,
18 was 9,000, 19 was 8,400.
2,500?
7,500.
Oh, 7,500.
Add 5.
Everybody concur with 7,500 and drug?
Yep, let's do it.
Yeah,
All right, you got that stuff, Cheryl?
I just heard yesterday crystal meth is on a rampage right now. So,
Yes, it is.
All right, moving on.
No,
Maybe we should try.
9,000.
You got an input?
There.
do you
Say when.
have- do you have a guy? I don't have
No,
a
but
guy.
maybe you could.
Man, that's $10,000 already. We're cooking.
Are you ready? All right, moving on. Record copying, 2,000. That looks. Tax roll prep and process service, 53,555, down to 42. We didn't drop anybody, did we?
Guston.
Guston.
Do it.
yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't. It's not that much. It was only $2,000 for Guston.
They budgeted.
What's that?
What's the jazz? Is that what you're talking?
Tax roll prep and process servicing.
101,000,635.
We didn't lose anybody but Guston.
It was over budgeted prior,
Oh,
because we had other years coming in.
and we used them they were stacked and we thought we were,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh, that's not fair. Okay. Thanks for the cold water. Okay, fines and forfeitures, 1,000, fines and forfeitures ORV, 300. Bond forfeiture, 400, bond cost, 2,000, interest and dividends, 300, rent, 10,500. Is there a reason why it jumped that much?
Veterans.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, thanks. Sale of fixed assets, 500. Sale and auction, 2,000. Contribution from private sources, we gotta get that one up. It's only $50.
You know, I got $1, you got
Find some
$1.
private sources here. Okay, reimburse,
You said you're giving?
no, I said we gotta find some private sources. All right, reimbursement, judges FICA, that's a calculated one,
It's a
10.5.
little high, but
Sheriff Park Patrol, we are doing that, I think, this year, so 5,500. Transporting of prisoners, 2,000. State voter registration, $50. No elections, so we don't have to worry about reimbursement. Jury fees, 3,000. That was nice to have the COVID there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Reimbursement insurance dividend, $100. Don't we get a dividend this year? I don't know what it is. I thought we through Myrma. This is the year we qualify.
This was the year that we are allowed to, after a full year, we can take.
you qualify for grants.
Oh,
Grant.
grant.
After July.
After, okay. You were something free. Boarding of prisoners, 10,000. On both accounts.
I don't even know if that's gonna happen.
That looks good because of the Escota situation, I think.
What's the Escota situation?
With the COVID, they're sending the prisoners here.
Oh. I think we're taking their temperatures before they come in.
I wouldn't trust anybody.
Prisoners, health
County.
service reimbursement, 100. Inmate medical, 500. OUIL, 0. SSI incentive, 2,000. Reimbursements, 100. Credit reimbursement, 100.
Credit reimbursement will be a little bit higher because we'll be accounting for the credits we get. That's not cash that's coming into us, it's just credit for services. And also including the retired, or the MERS, those will be reflected if we have any people that left prior to vesting.
So the reason that 17 is that when we were pulling all that money out, right?
Now we wait.
Now it's
for it to
gone?
Cover a bill. Well, we're still accumulating it.
Yeah, I thought there was 20-some thousand left in there for that, no? It was only
No, it only
17?
started at like 23,000.
I mean, I thought it was 23 and altogether.
And we used that in 2019, that's what we used, and then any that will cover an entire bill, we wait until save it up until that happens to cover like the bill. That way you only gotta do these credits a couple of times a year instead of every single month when we were utilizing it.
And the same with the registered deeds, we'll have some credits in there, because she has online services and it offsets the cost of her,
$1,000?
I'm gonna say probably
500?
5,000.
Oh, 5,000.
Where at now?
677012.
No, make that 5,000 instead of 100?
Yep.
Ooh, that's 4,900 there.
All right. So everybody, you knew the 17,766, we had credits available through our MERS plan, and then we were able to pay our MERS costs. We don't, but we burn all that up, so. Prisoner reimbursement boarding, 36 on this. What's the 19 mean?
4,900, you said, Dan?
5,000.
Make that to 5,000.
What's prisoner reimbursement boarding 19?
100, so it's plus 29.
Okay.
Do I know?
What are you saying? Oh, yeah, boarding, prisoner reimbursement.
Prisoner reimbursement boarding 19. What's that?
We 101-000-677-019. I don't know what that
That
is.
came from, Scott. I mean, from,
The 19 is what's throwing me, because I don't know what that's relevant
All
to.
right. So we gotta talk to Scott on that one.
we did. I mean, we gave him all these and that's
Okay.
what he came back.
That was the one where they changed
The
those
case.
guidelines, so they made the guidelines, so I think that's what it is, isn't it?
That was the reimbursement of, that's the lawsuits that we had, that for people that left and had an outstanding balance. And the sheriff and the prosecutor, that's the case number for those. There was nothing budgeted, I never got any information.
So it was a collection deal, and we don't
Right.
know. I mean, that was our hope. There's like $1 million sitting out there
Correct.
to be collected.
Oh,
And
that.
there's been no more cases,
Uh-huh.
to my knowledge, that were brought present for 20.
That's something that needs to be chain rattled, because there's a lot of money sitting out there in that. I think it was $1 million. $1 million. All right, refunds, 1,500. Refunds crime victim, 200. Refunds jail, $50. Refunds RDSS, 900. Reimbursement attorney fees, 5,000. Reimbursement indirect costs, 66,000. Reimbursement indirect cost IT, 1,000. Why is that going down?
That's weird.
Which one?
IT, 689,004.
Yeah,
IT
that should've
indirect
been
cost.
more.
I think it's missing a 0.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's
At
missing a
least.
0. Yeah.
It should be
10,000.
13,719, the same. Shouldn't it?
Lot more than-
We just haven't got there yet,
Yeah.
maybe, or?
Yeah.
Reimbursement budgeted for 20 was 8,900. We took in 11,643.28 so far.
So he's doing some custom work?
No, it was just a different billing.
This is budgeted weird. Something happened.
So what's
10,000?
it?
That should be 10,000.
10,000.
10,000.
You want that to be 10?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
I picked up another 9,000.
Reimbursement insurance claim. Never know on that one, right? Cedar Lake Engineering, 0, nothing. That's nice. Transfer and ambulance service, 50. Transfer in delinquent property, 50. Transfer in suicide prevention. Tax collection, 324,291. And transferring from employees sick. We don't know if we have any retirements or anything coming this year, do we?
Well, that's like, it's in and out money.
Yeah,
That
it
doesn't
is.
help.
Yeah.
So he added 24 or something.
All right.
So 23,900 comes
How'd we do?
off of that, 23.
Doesn't come out. No, it's added here though, Gary.
I think we gained.
5 million on that. What were we adding? 20? We're at 9,000. Maybe 13,900. 18,900.
We're at $424,123.
21.
What's the treasurer say?
426,723.
Sorry, Gary.
Wait a minute.
We made that credit and reimbursement
Credit reimbursement went to $5,000.
went to 5,000.
Yep.
Right, so that's 4,900 there. There was 7,500 I forgot on something.
9,000 for indirect costs.
So it's 5,100,000.
We made the IT 10,000 for indirect costs.
Yeah,
He said the change.
Oh,
Are you counting
okay.
the change?
yeah. It was 2,500 for drunk driving we got extra. There was 7,500 on something else that we changed.
No, 2,500 or 5,000. It went from 2,500 to 7,500.
Oh,
It gained
yeah.
5,000.
Yep.
So the number is on for revenue, 5,112,540.
Correct.
All right. Well, there. Did my part. With them now?
At 21,000, maybe.
We'll get that. Those are all good numbers, I think. Now what do we want to do? You want to go down through all the expenditures, eh? So we don't need to do salaries and insurances, do we? We're
No.
pretty confident on them.
With the exception of the sheriff's department.
Because why?
Their contracts aren't negotiated.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I would think retirement might need to be up a little bit in 101.
Yeah, it would seem
She's
like it.
figured them all out.
Okay.
She's gonna redo that though, right, Trina? Double check that, make sure.
Recalculate all the retirement.
Yeah.
Sure.
I believe you.
For
I
who?
just-
NEMCOG would be the one.
Just 101.
Yeah.
Just 101? Okay, she's in.
The first thing in that 101 is the NEMCOG dues. That should be probably 5,600.
So,
NCOG dues, instead of 530?
Yeah.
That's the wrong direction, guys.
I know, but that should be there, 5,600.
okay, well, MERS was figured with all the new percentages for each department in the 101 already done.
No, but
Okay.
I don't like that number.
Well,
What do you think about it? Too low or too high?
Too high.
That's what it is, man.
Too high. In 101, 101?
No, I mean overall. Altogether, it's too high.
That's what it is.
We did that move, it pulled a lot back to general fund. And then,
Well,
then
but
everything went up.
The thing is, it couldn't have pulled that much because we already had where we were getting hit on it over here. What line was that, Trina?
The one that you wanted me to recalculate first?
Well, the one, yeah, over here. So we're still paying,
101, 101, 718?
yeah, 850, 718. Retirement EMS, we're still got 60,000 in there. That should be nothing, shouldn't it?
And which line item?
Which one are you talking about?
718, one under employee costs and fringe.
Under, in EMS?
Yeah, no, under 101.
Well, that's the governing body.
No,
So,
The whole line item.
850, 850, 718.
The whole
What
number.
page? The employee
Yeah.
costs.
Page, I don't know. It's toward the end of the budget, expenditures.
Up at the upper right-hand corner is the page.
Yeah, your staples
What's
got
the
it.
next
What's
one?
on the
Eight.
next page?
Page 8.
Yeah, I have that one. You asked me to recalculate it, and I will.
850, 718?
Mm-hmm.
So my understanding was that 850, 718 was the general fund subsidying of the retirement folks in EMS.
This is the jail.
No?
85718, the one you're talking about is our
Okay.
regular payment that we pay. And that's what she budgeted, and that went up 2,000 some dollars.
Regular payment to what?
The employer share
To
of
MERS.
what is paid.
That's the line item that comes out of.
I didn't do.
Hold on. I thought we,
Did we look at these attachments on that one?
my understanding of this was that retirement, 850, 718 was what we were paying for EMS.
No, I don't think so.
I think so. And when we redid everything, that was gonna go to like $500.
No.
it's the, isn't that the retirees? So it has their,
So Adam emailed me this budget, and he filled in the 60,000 on that.
So you did not do that?
I did not calculate that line item.
Because that's gonna be like next to nothing, isn't it?
I don't,
Remember, that was the one we sat there and figured it out, and you said, well, these numbers are all getting spread around to everybody else now.
if each department, that's where we
I
don't
guess,
have
I guess
informative.
depending on the way we handle it.
But that's the way, we've got, what you did was you calculated every department to pay the full boat on retirement.
Right.
The way we have it right now, then that number should be next
But
to
in
nothing.
But did any-
2021, we're not doing it that way.
But in this budget, we did. We might not be doing it, but for this budget, we are, right?
I mean, if you want me to put zeros in there, I can. I just didn't know exactly how you wanted it in there because we're not sure how we're gonna do it.
But right now, it's all getting captured by the departments, right?
Yes.
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 So we're doubling up on it. If we leave the 60,000 in there, we're doubling up.
Do you want us to take this out?
60,000's gotta come out,
Okay.
Okay.
I think, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because you've already got it
Well,
over.
addressing the 101s,
Yeah, cause you've already spread that 60 over everybody.
Right. Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
It's not, it wouldn't be 60 though, there's still something left there. I think, isn't there? There's like $1,000 or something for some reason?
Yeah, I don't think we've totally used it up yet.
Yeah.
All right, so that's $59,000 more down from where we're at.
Where do we make that? 1,000?
What do you mean there's still money left? You're saying that it's already allocated to the different departments, that 60,000, the employer share?
In the new budget, not this year's budget, but in the new budget, that number goes away and it's getting, everybody else is getting
right.
cream for it instead of that line item, correct?
Right.
As it is right now, yes.
Yeah,
As it is right now.
okay. So that 60,000's gotta go away.
We're getting two different answers. How are we doing
Well, if
it next year is what we care about.
Well, the way
Well-
you've got it in right now, you have it in each department.
Yeah, we can't do it in both places or
So
we're
once we make our
paying
decision
double.
and take it away from each department, we'll have to redo our budget.
If we do it that way,
Which
yeah.
changes FICA, and it changes so much, so I'd like an answer would be great, so that we can just do this one more time, instead of like 4 more times recalculating.
Well, for right now, we're taking it to 0 because we're gonna make this line look a little better because we're paying double right now,
We're
60,000
putting that,
twice.
we're putting that on the next week's agenda. Okay, stuff,
Okay.
so.
Okay, so 60,000 is going to $100, just to keep it open, right?
You said 100?
Yeah,
Is that-
and then we can put money back into it if you take it out of those departments.
Doesn't make sense.
So that takes out 59.
Everybody understand how that's working?
Out of the deficit.
See, that
I see what you're
line,
saying, I just wanna confirm it.
that line right there was what we were paying
Right,
to cover out there.
right, because he only had 40-some thousand.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I
And
got
now we've redistributed it, we shouldn't be doing it twice.
it. Right,
So now
But
we're
that's
down
what
to
they're talking
36,
about, yeah.
366, 823.
yeah, 300 something.
I changed my number to Cheryl's. I don't know whether that's 2,500 off, but.
So was there another question on retirement? I still think those numbers are high, but
Which ones?
all the retirement numbers.
Well, she went through this, you can't
Yeah.
believe how many times she's done it.
I know. So do we wanna go through each one?
Each one what? Where you at?
Each appropriation? I mean, I know we just hit retirement and that was a biggie, but do we wanna do every one through all these or
Did you say 100
$100?
in the retirement?
Yeah, in that retirement line. And then when we do, if we decide to pull it out of those departments, you'll put it in there.
She's
Take it
gonna
away
make,
from all you
or
guys.
she'll come up with a new number.
I mean, I guess all these departments have entered these numbers. There's no reason we need to go through, right?
I wouldn't think, I mean,
No.
you're pretty much down to bare bones on most of these departments.
It'd be worth, I don't think we need to do it together and look at every line, but it should be worth if you take
Right, so
an
let's,
hour and,
Yep.
skate through there on your own.
so if you go back,
Cause like you just found that right there.
Well, let's jump back
Right.
to those, yeah. Let's
There's
jump,
value to this.
yeah. So let's go back to those ones, the ones that we know that we're in charge of. So we've got, so corrections and jails, that's sheriff. Emergency services, that's the board. So everything there looks appropriate. 1,000 repair maintenance equipment. So it went up to, alright. Animal shelter, dog warden. Medical examiner, we've taken care of that. Employee costs and fringe,
just took care of that.
yep. Insurance and bonds, I think that number's low, isn't it? Hate to say that, but I thought they were hitting us for 90 or something. Carolyn? Do you
I'm
remember
sorry.
that? Our,
Where are you?
Insurance 851.
Page 9. Didn't they come in?
Oh, yeah, we gotta go, that's gotta go to 90, yeah,
Well, no,
yeah, that's not right, yeah, that 80,000.
but you've got to.
Oh, yeah, we subtract back.
You bring out all the other,
Yeah, other
cause it's the
departments,
library and everything else has been
yeah, so
contributing
that's
to
a good
that also.
number,
Okay,
yeah, that's a good number.
alright.
Okay, well, he's
Thank you.
asking, that's how we found money.
100,000
I
contingency.
didn't know.
Substance abuse,
Contingency, it's transfers out.
Substance abuse is based on your convention revenue. Should be 50% of your convention revenue.
But it's 100,000.
Yeah, is that, we're showing as a transfer out.
Yes.
Isn't that what they, that's what would take most stuff out?
Is that different than last year?
No.
It's just transfers out. It just says transfers out. That's the line item.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
weird.
contingency. It just says a transfer out, but it doesn't indicate to who.
Boy, I bet you I filled that one out too, huh? Weird.
Adam?
Hey, I just bought us $100,000 if that's me.
Okay, so that goes out.
Maybe not.
I don't
I
know.
don't know if it goes there or not.
Well,
We don't
gotta-
have anything for the last 2 years.
Well, that would put us down to $266,000.
Put into
I mean, we knocked off half, just about.
Department
So-
890.
I'm guessing.
All of your contingency should be in that activity and get it out of the other places where it's been in the past.
Or was it in the past?
Well, this year, got sprinkled all over,
Sprinkled?
damn near.
Okay, just for clarity, 890, 941 is contingency. Is that the number you're intending to use, or do you have another number? Because right now it's just in transfers out.
Yeah, I would, but it's contingency. Is that a new?
890 is classified as a contingency transfer.
Where was it transferred to?
It's not. There's nothing, there in 1933, 840, 54 was transferred out somewhere.
I don't even have an 890.
I believe 890, activity 101, 890 is correct as it stands.
It's
Now, you
simply
can argue,
transfers out.
you can argue over the $100,000 figure, but
Oh, there's my 890.
So.
So-
was it
except
for?
this should be 9.
Should it be let's just have a line change, shouldn't it? And it should be like an 890 something different.
890-941 is what it should be.
941, right, instead
Oh.
of a 999.
Yeah,
Correct.
941.
So it's just in the wrong line item?
But the 100,000 needs to be there.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
still gonna.
It's just a 940, yeah, it's 899.41, right.
So where did it show up last year?
It was there. I mean, we transferred money out of it all year.
Yeah. Contingency, building and grounds.
You're gonna have to look in, it's there, I mean, I could,
Yeah, I'll just. Okay.
I believe it was 960.
968 supposed to be?
I could go find out real quick. It's,
The line item should be 968?
No, that's where it was last year.
Oh, okay,
We were just wondering
okay.
where,
I'm trying to find it.
Sorry,
I don't see it anywhere, just
it
curious.
was there. I've got some old ones that show
Yeah,
it.
I know it was in a weird spot.
I got it wrote down on my desk because we've been using it all day.
Well,
It was 969 and
969.
appropriations, other county funds,
Yep,
and last was a transfer. 33.
That shot up quite a bit.
All right,
Childcare is way up.
yeah, we're gonna get to that one. So we got that contingency one figured out, right? 890, 941 now? It's not a transfer out? Okay.
Childcare should be.
968, appropriation outside services. Substance abuse, 17,000, recyclers, 750, Pure Michigan, 100, 211, 1670. Cost allocation, 8,000. Shouldn't that be half that?
no,
Oh, wait, what am I on? Yeah. I thought, cause we went to
no, I've got it, no, it's.
Munetrix, aren't we paying, we're not paying the full amount now?
It's less, it was 12 before.
The dashboard now is a different service. that
Yeah,
we
it's-
provide
yeah, it's
for
different.
5,000.
Okay. All right, district health, 94,595. Medical marijuana, I don't know, that's where it came in at.
Right.
Mental health, 35,224. State institutions, 5,000. What's that?
You've got to have some money in case you get a child who has to go into the state institutions.
We haven't had it before. We didn't have it in 19.
We have used it before.
Okay.
Hopefully you don't use it.
Can we put 500
500.
transfer something in if
I
we
think that's
come to
really
it?
Yeah.
foolish. You maybe go to 1,000, but, I mean, it'll be like $200 or $300 a day.
Well, we already do that in the child care fund.
They're different.
Hey, Cheryl, can you look up 101 968 969?
101 968 969
018.
You'll find zeros.
018.
We haven't used it for a long time.
Nothing in the past 5 years?
Institutions. We budgeted 3,000.
When did we use it?
Yeah.
I'll have to look back.
I
I don't think we'd use it.
Not
Alright. Well, do we wanna,
Take it down to
I think we make it 1,000 and then transfer in if we have to.
take 4,000. Just change that to 1,000.
Ricky Campbell,
hey Jennifer, you there?
call me in on it. She probably was on her car on the way home almost.
2016 was the last time.
362.
Anything got used?
23.
11, it was used in 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Nothing.
To the tune of how many dollars?
1,800, 2,500, 2,500, 2,500, 25, 25.
2,500 make you happy? Yeah.
Sure.
2,500.
6 mil and a half.
Okay.
From 5,000 to 2,500?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
969, appropriation other county funds, ARA, 2250, DHS, 1,500. Friend of the court, 9,500.
That's something that Carolyn brought up. I'm just gonna make everybody sad, but
Friend of court,
that's gotta be 20,016 to match.
FOC,
Yep, to match what they're expecting in on their fund, over here on the other
The
page.
reimbursement we get is 2/3 of what the full payout is for the budget, so we should really anticipate 1/3 of that, and I believe that's what she's done.
Okay.
So it should be 20,000?
so
But
that's
then-
based on the 171,
No.
or that's,
Then that other budget has to be, the budget should mirror each other.
it
What
in
they're
here?
expecting as a revenue, even though we may not need it, should be mirrored by what we're prepared to give them.
We only have to give them 1/3 though.
You have to,
Or am I-
which one are we talking about? Friend of the court?
yeah, friend of the court.
They are saying that they are going to use
What fund are they, what number?
215.
215.
215. They're saying they're gonna use
Or
150,
expect.
156.
No, it'd be line, the second one from the bottom, or third one from the
Second
bottom.
one, 674. They're,
Contribution from other funds.
for them to balance, they're not even balanced, would be $20,016.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Why is that so much more than 2019? Where they only spent 1,200? And nothing yet this year.
Well, because you haven't, I haven't looked at their fund balance. Well,
Well, they got $4,400, it says.
look at your problem right now. They've only brought in 77,000, but they've spent 112,000,
Yeah.
and they're not done spending.
But their revenue is what? Their revenue,
76,000 to date.
But their revenue is CRP revenue. What's that? CRP. I know it's CRP, Conservation Reserve Program and the
Yeah,
agriculture.
It's the money they get.
That's the FGT contract services that we utilize, that's where we get the money back. That's the 2/3 that we get back.
But that CRP revenue we're in the front of the court revenue.
It's child,
CRP, that's the money that we get, that we pay out, and it comes back in through MGT contract services, and that's the money we've gotten, 54,970.85.
So we're gonna be up at that 90,000 before it's over and done with. We should be,
Okay.
yeah.
Depending on how much they have spent.
now, we frequently don't, well, we almost never send them all of it.
Well, because we didn't want their fund balance to go crazy like it did that one time, and we don't want them to have all that. Anything that's in this fund at the end of the year, they keep,
Correct.
and we don't want to do that.
But we do need to make sure that in January and February and March, that they have adequate dollars to cover their expenses, their payroll. So you don't want to strip them down to zero or even close to zero.
Well, so they pulled 20,000 out of fund balance in 2019. So far this year, they've pulled 35 out. Yeah, they're not gonna have any fund balance at the end of the year here. So they want,
See, I'm looking for the fund balance one.
down at the bottom of the page. Says beginning fund balance, ending fund balance.
What page you want to?
They've utilized 35,000 of the 40,000 that they started
Page
out
16.
with.
Right.
They haven't had that money
16.
coming in.
Right.
So next year, they're not gonna have.
They're not gonna have any fund balance, it's gonna be all on us.
Correct.
Yep.
And that's why they cranked $20,000.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's not good, but it is what we were trying to do is burn down their fund balance.
And you succeeded.
And we were hoping things were gonna be a little better by the time they burned up their fund balance, but here we are, not wanting to give them $20,000.
So,
So that number's gotta go to 20, everybody understand that?
So
20,016.
101-969-999-006 goes to $20,000, $20,016
$20,016, yep.
to match what they are anticipating receiving from us.
That's a real wrong way to go.
374,893.
I do not consider that a friend.
Also, the child care fund,
Hold on, we're not there yet. Let's go to
Okay.
DPW. DPW 2000?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably,
Yeah, that's probably about
who
right.
knows?
Economic development, I don't have that into you yet.
I'd like to have, I think we should put at least $100
Yeah,
in EDC.
definitely 100, and then we'll. Okay.
wait, hold on, what's the line item so you can
Oh,
try?
999.008.
Take that to 100.
Veterans were as a 0, right?
Right, yep.
Okay, now the one.
No, child care fund, 171.
That's $50,000 more than,
Is that just a kind of a pull out of the thin air type
No,
thing?
no, no,
or-
it matches their budget.
No, and it's supposed to be more, right?
It's what they're, 292,
Okay, I wanna see that.
Yeah.
it's what they've already submitted to the state.
Right.
Okay, just wanna make sure. 292?
They submitted to the state 186,737.
Now, they are in better shape than Friend of the Court. Of course, they have a much bigger budget.
what
Almost
page were
twice
you
the
on?
size, but more than twice the size.
47.
Back to that first page.
Oh,
Yeah, 186,737 is what they,
Right.
so we need to raise our 170?
Yes, correct.
Oh, come on.
We provide approximately 50% of the child care fund budget.
I lost it. Where did it go? So line item
292.
101-969-999-010 child care fund app should be 186,737.
186.
737.
Going the wrong way, Adam.
Yeah, well,
No.
He's going the right way.
Well, there's no guarantee that's gonna get used.
no, we
I mean,
might
they
get
haven't.
a portion of that back.
Yeah, I mean, they're only 67 and 19, and that was a terrible year.
Look at it this way. Your probate public guardians on, as it should be, so 2 out of 3. And it could have been 3 out of 3 had to change.
So, did you get that one? 187 and
Was it 187? I got 186.
That's correct.
186, 737, which comes as a total of 396, 76. You get that $100. Yep.
Okay, Cedar Lake spillway appropriations, none there, annuals, Due to ambulance, not gonna have an appropriation, MIDC.
There could be this right here.
What?
There could be some money there.
We're gonna have to, you're gonna be short, Scott?
What's this?
You're gonna be short
This year?
For what?
Yeah.
for the ambulance fund?
No.
No?
I haven't looked lately, but
We need to know that, like, sooner rather than later.
How does that impact 2021?
It's budgeted,
yeah.
due to ambulance fund.
Well, I think there's gonna be some money.
There's
The millage won't cover that gap?
Oh, we're saying we're gonna have to cover, he's gonna need some money to balance out this year
Oh,
for 2020.
for 2020. I don't know, is he?
Oh, so this
Oh,
is even
here.
2021,
Probably
we're
in
not,
To be honest with you.
I've looked in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
it's in here. What is the number
so
on it? Does anybody
2021
know?
shouldn't need anything.
No, 2021 shouldn't need nothing, that's right.
2021 is nothing.
Right,
I'm sorry,
yeah, I'm
sorry to give everybody a heart attack there.
Quit it.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, you're
That's
not gonna need
Adam's
that.
job.
Yeah.
But I was thinking for 20.
Yes,
That's why it's
That's
blank
what
right
we're
there.
thinking, okay, never mind. So let's talk about the future disaster, not the current one right now. All right, so what's our bottom line now?
390, 676.
390 what?
396.76.
390, 676.
39, what?
It's $1,136.
390, 676. 390, 676.
Okay.
No, 390.
Down from 452, 882.
676,
Scott,
okay.
you have $1,100 left for the rest of the year, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, spend it wisely.
Yeah, we better.
All right, well, our work here is done. What now? What do we do?
He knocked off $50,000.
Well, study it more. Take it,
Yep.
take some time, look over everything. Make notes, make questions.
There's still some blank budgets too.
Yeah, some non-generals. Yep. Well, I'm hoping we're gonna find something in that MERS. That's what I'm hoping. But maybe there's a miscalculation.
Contingency this year was 101, 101, 941. That's where you kept your contingency. If you want it moved to that 900 line, that's fine. Stephanie went up and found where it was budgeted for 2020.
What was in what? 101, 101?
Was it R?
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be probably better there, huh?
It's up to you.
Where's my 101, 101?
101 to 199, just in
There it is.
governing
941.
body.
Yep, there it is. Got it.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's
where
show
it
up any
was.
activity on here, how come?
You had 1,500, well, actually 2021, you budgeted 1,500.
Yeah.
Not 100,000.
I wondered why it wasn't showing any
Would've been good,
activity
wouldn't it?
either.
Get doubled up there,
Because we worked it.
We should pull it down by half, I think.
Yeah, you moved
make it 750.
from.
What's that?
The contingency.
You know
in
that
our-
100,000 over there? They wanna move it to this line item.
Oh,
yeah.
But we make it, we half it.
Huh?
Half that contingency.
We used almost all of it this year.
We got a balanced budget. If this is these are magic numbers at the end of the day.
there was never a contingency, the first 3 years I was on here, nobody even had a contingency, it wasn't even
No, no.
then it was just fly by the seat of your pants. Hope for the best. When we just started.
So,
that the last 2
so
years.
last and not least here, we're proposing remove that 100,000 from that other line item to 101,941. Is that what everybody's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were saying make it
Clerk and
50,000.
treasurer, do you agree that's a good idea or a bad idea? Are you indifferent?
Me?
Anybody?
That's just what you've been taking it from. I don't know if you just want to stay consistent with it or.
101, what is it, Adam?
It'd be governing bodies. I think only because it's quicker to find and easier to see.
I'm sorry, I was checking to see on.
The 100,000.
Adam's proposing that we move our 100,000 contingency. Adam's asking all of us
if that's what you're talking about right
to
now.
move our contingency monies into 101
I'm
contingency.
strongly opposed.
That's where it was this year.
Not
And why
totally,
would you be opposed?
because I think it needs to stand in its own section. I don't think it should
It does throw
inflate.
off governing body. It inflates it and looks like, wow,
Way,
you guys
yeah.
are spending a ton of money.
I strongly feel it needs to be an 890, 941.
There, okay, so the next question I have is that 100,000 is, then can we reduce the other contingencies then to reflect?
I believe each department needs to have $50, maybe 100, considering who they are and what their kind
This
of
is,
needs.
okay, so this is what I'm saying is, if we use that as our general fund contingency, right? Did you say hold on?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm holding.
There's 50.
I apologize, there's a little bit of mass confusion up in the front there.
Oh.
Just trying to call me
Everybody's
twice, I
going,
gotta find
this
out.
is what was brought to me. We have 101, you have, and I looked at the actual budget. And the original budget was $541 was changed from contingency for the board. And there obviously is another number that had a larger amount. And I'm not able to identify it right now. That's why I'm asking you to name it.
So we have 10,000 in building and grounds contingency.
We do, but let's,
Yeah, 'cause
she's on to something here. Let's
He wanted money in there.
track her down.
Right.
Well, I'm just looking at all contingencies. Okay,
Yeah,
we
I
didn't go
understand.
through any of the, what's,
There's 100 there. There's 100 there.
But it's not showing.
There's not a lot. I mean, to take out.
well, so police department's 30.
I think that
30,000.
one could be cut down. But for instance, on Tom's, you've got, if he gets a trial in, his witness fees jump up, or his travel jumps up because of his witnesses.
But when that one trial was on, we pulled money out of general. You're in the middle of calculating something, Cheryl?
Yeah, she's trying to figure something out.
Just tracking down where that 100, where that is from, how that got there.
We don't want.
43,000 sitting around in various
Contingencies?
contingencies. But
That was my
I
question.
strongly believe that the sheriff's one can be dropped to at least 20,000.
Well, if we drop ours to 50,
What are we at?
100.
100?
Not yet, we're not, until she figures out where this 100 came from over here.
Oh, that's what you were anticipating is doing 100. So if we drop
We
it
have
to 50,
15, we have 1,500 in.
I personally don't have any clue where that number came from. And
what is this? We're at?
That 890, that's what we're
That's a
arguing
pretty
about right now.
common number to have
But
in
we
there.
don't have any, there's no history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What page are you on, Adam?
Page
9.
9.
Okay.
I'm so glad I went through and threw out all my May, June, July numbers because it was in there.
I can go.
Okay.
Yeah. I got that changed to 2 o'clock
I got the email.
Thursday.
Yep.
But there's a webinar at 2 and the meeting's gonna be at 3.
Okay.
Same place. So all three of us will do the webinar and then we'll meet with Josh at 3
All right,
in a Zoom thing
okay,
on Thursday.
sounds good.
Three, am I part of that? Did you say 3?
3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, that's
Am I one of the 3 that you just said, or no? Is it
No.
Oh, okay.
well, you know, I mean, that's your
That
new
is what
metrics.
that one was, so if you stay
Yeah,
with
that you got all that, right,
suggestion of
for the new
100,000
reporting?
staying
That's what we're
in
working
that
on.
governing body
Yeah,
section
Thursday we
here
have-
is where it was.
Zoom meeting with the guy.
And it
plus a
doesn't have to be
webinar.
100,000, it can be 90,000, 110,000. I think we started with
Well, I
Yeah.
can't, because we get a meeting then.
You go upstairs to her
So we have
office.
transfers out of there?
Yeah, you just keep having transfers out of there.
So the only way activity shows up here is if we put more money in it?
Well, they
Sit over the
started
corner,
with
Say that
it,
again?
look backwards.
moved out. They have
I just wonder why there's no activity
Yeah,
the
you-
last 2 years.
I don't know why.
So
I
no
don't know why.
activity because we moved the budgeted items from the budget to the.
Cause you
other
moved
budget.
it from here.
Oh,
There should be a 30,000 something here.
There's 33,854
This one.
left.
Okay.
And because you moved that to different line items, to different departments, it goes budgeted only. So you moved your contingency budget.
So you're looking at activity, not budget.
so that's legit.
I think it is.
So it started at 80,000, you have about 33 left. So if you
So
don't
we've
wanna
used-
make it 100,000, you wanna make it 80,000 again? 65, whatever.
Or 110. It was 110, I think, that we started with this year.
The
Or
original.
109 or maybe, you know, but it was a little tad over north of 100.
You guys wanna make this, I don't know. If we make it 80, we can take another 20 grand off the,
True. True.
You budget everything else appropriately, you don't need to worry about it.
Right. We'll have
right.
There you go.
Just get it started.
We'll give you the numbers, you guys carry it out.
are we okay with 80K in that line item then, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, stick to it.
So you're just gonna, so instead of using what you guys have been utilizing as contingency for next year in 2021, you're using at 101,890.
We'll leave it how we've always been doing it.
And
They're doing
everybody
it-
else's will be where it is.
They're having their own in each department now.
Now, we could give up maybe 500 of ours, just to the good of the cause.
So we'll put us, it's not,
It's only, yeah, 500 isn't gonna solve everything. By
so we're back to 370, 676, 8K, whatever, all I heard figured out.
Go home, look this stuff over at them, that's your,
Yeah, definitely,
On the dark table.
I'm already.
we meet again on what, the 18th for officially?
Yes.
So it gives you a week to grind on her, or a week and 2 days. Say it Monday?
yeah, today's,
Only Monday, that's really bad.
it's been a Monday.
Oh, it's gonna be a Monday too.
Gotta go to Cooper again?
Come on over, yeah.
All right, so are we gonna call it,
I do have one more thing on this, having an individual in. One of the, I have right now.
individual for what?
For
Security.
security.
All right, hold on, let's finish the
Okay, I'm
budget
sorry.
stuff. Anybody got any other budget?
Nothing for
Nope,
today,
we're
but
gonna
it's
continue.
by far not done.
We're gonna go to a budget.
So what did
after
we
the
end up
meeting.
coming out balanced now?
Three off, just a hair, 376.76.
376, 670.
370.676.
370,676.
And that's with 80,000 contingency instead of,
Yep.
100.
370,
Everybody
Right.
find your treasure map,
6,
where
find
the,
your private source.
where the dragon hoard's buried under the building here.
Contribution from private source.
there you go, Dan. You got it right.
I have some
Yeah.
sales going on. Maybe you got a little
Yeah, oh yeah.
private
yeah.
sources you could.
Yeah.
All right, Carolyn, what do you got?
Two
Oh,
quick
Dan's
things.
one.
One, we have a quote from ACCOA, a firm quote on security for the 3 days. We have a tentative quote that is going to be in that ballpark out of a firm out of Alpena. And the other option that was told to me was that it was felt that we have some people who would be happy to work the overtime since it's being paid, it's all being paid
From
for.
the sheriff's department. Sheriff said he had some jailers that would be.
I laid that out there,
That's a lot more than $15
It'd be
an
more than
hour.
15 an hour.
would be a lot more.
I mean, I don't know.
If they
Scott's
wanna
listening.
do it for $15 an hour.
But you'd have to have a separate contract, because they have contract
Yeah,
services.
and that would
can't be
be
employed.
extremely
I-
difficult. So
no.
I'm not, I just,
No, it's just providing Lenny wants to keep it.
and,
We have to eat it.
Are we gonna get in anybody on there besides this? There's no union
And did we figure out how
repercussions
we're
there, I
gonna
don't
pay?
think. It's COVID, it's not, I mean, it's court related, so,
This goes,
But
this
if
comes
we
and goes
contract-
away.
yeah. But
If we
could are we contracting for something that they legitimately should be doing?
No,
And what line item is that gonna get paid out of while we're waiting to get?
I don't think so.
reimbursed?
Cause we're not doing security, we're doing screening.
screening.
If we were doing security, we might get a little bit of a pushback
but
from the
we're doing
union saying,
screenings.
hey, that's
Yeah,
a,
we're doing health screenings.
Yeah.
Well, not
Yeah,
even
Scott,
health
you're thinking that?
screenings. We're doing COVID screenings is
Right.
what we're doing.
it's not necessarily
Wait.
security.
We didn't vote to go ahead with this yet, right? That, what we just voted on?
What are we talking about?
The,
You lean towards saying, go with the cheapest one.
Yeah,
But you're-
we did that.
But you're correct. There was, I don't believe there was a motion.
Saying, so, good, because I'm not, I really would like to know if we're gonna get this money first.
I've been assured that this money for the, he said that this is an eligible
Right.
Reimbursement.
expense, reimbursement, whatever.
Well, can the court put the money up?
The court's us.
Well, they got money in their budget someplace.
When do we need to pull the trigger on it?
Well, I think we need to do it right now if you want to start Monday.
We're gonna start the security Monday?
Yeah, I mean, the courts need it.
Okay.
They've been ordered to have it.
Well,
Really.
then, do we need to vote to start security Monday? I'm just unclear.
I thought we did.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but.
Did we?
We
If
don't
the-
have any court on Monday.
No, no,
Oh, open the building back up?
no.
But the commencement of
Oh,
the
it's not
contract
So we-
is Monday. For
Trina was-
services
Trina
Tuesday,
took those
Wednesday, and
minutes.
Thursday.
yeah, see, we didn't, we haven't approved any contract of any,
That's what I'm asking
yeah,
about.
on an amount or anything, so you say we've got them for,
I have one that's firm at 15 an hour. A second one, and in a way, I feel that's probably the one to go with.
so we're
But-
gonna need 7.5 times 3, right? 21, 22.5 hours per week?
Whatever that comes out to be. I don't know how they're gonna cover the noon hour, but that's, if we contract with them, that's their problem, not
That's their
ours.
problem. And they have HCOA, it's got the insurance and everything for these guys, these people. Okay.
That's what,
22.5 times 15 bucks an hour is $337.50
A week.
a week.
For how many weeks?
Till the end of the year. Hopefully it's all reimbursed.
She's been told it's gonna be reimbursed. Or what
I'm
else can
told
you
it
do?
it is an eligible expense.
Okay.
It's being done for COVID.
When we get the first bill, we can decide where to pay it.
Yeah, I understand
Then we
that.
don't have to do that today.
Because we, as a board, we gotta approve the eligible grant money coming back anyway. I mean, if we vote today to hire these people, it's our bill until you get it back from them, and then we gotta vote again saying, yes, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Scott, you,
Are we still gonna be able to do the fiber optics into the EOC out of the community block grant?
They're working on that.
These expenditures?
We don't know that yet.
I don't know.
But, I sent him a thing when we got the email back from the fiber folks. I think it's laying on my desk. We sent one back and asked if, here it is. No, this is not it. He says, I think hiring the two people is a great idea, and I can say that it would be something eligible. Fiber optics broadband is looking better, would like to discuss this further, which we did have a discussion today. We'll talk to you later this afternoon.
So the court thing is kinda, the fire's coming out the roof, and then we gotta hit that first, cause they want it, right? I mean, they want something done for them. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we want a motion now to do that, to, make a contract with who?
ACCOA.
The gal that I'm talking to out of Alpena was going to try to, I said, she couldn't give me an absolute price because she didn't know what her workers' comp was gonna be. But I said, can you assure me it will be under 20,000, or I'm sorry, $20 an hour? And she said, oh, absolutely, down towards the 15 mark, but towards the 15.
1950.
Yeah, I don't think so, I think it's gonna be more.
Yeah.
But, so, give me your recommended guidance on, what if she comes in at 14?
So a motion that says no more than 17 an hour?
No, I would make a motion that
For the
we
lowest
go
bid?
with the contract that's been issued by ACCOA for $15 an hour. End of story.
Well, the only,
I'll second that for,
All right, moved and
Conversational
seconded.
purposes.
So ACCOA is they'll be the contractor,
Correct.
and they're using who?
their
Their
people.
people?
their people.
I think they're people.
Oh, okay. I missed all that. I don't know where I was.
I think
I think I was.
Yeah.
You don't
punching
need to have a
keys.
gun or anything, it's just
Yeah, just doing
Yeah.
screening.
kicking butt and taking names.
Effective the 16th.
Start the 16th, yep.
And this is week to week, month to month?
Well, it starts Tuesday the 17th, because it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
This will be a week to week contract?
You tell me what you want. We
We're
do
gonna go
not
through
have
the
any
end of the year.
reendorment
That's
after
fun.
the end
Or
of
do you just do it right?
December.
effective
Yeah, it's
the
fun,
end of the year?
yeah, till the end of the year.
Well, if we make a contract to the end of the year, we're paying this bill if we get the money or not.
See, and
It'll come out of our,
$2,100.
yeah, $2,100 we're gonna pay.
Through the end of the year to be invoiced weekly as,
All right?
I don't know,
So the motion would be to contract with ACCOA to provide health screening to the courts and court system and the county building.
I would like to suggest that we just say to enter into an agreement with ACCOA on a weekly basis and not say till the end of the year.
love it.
I think so too.
We'll make it.
That's fine.
So,
Dan made that and I seconded.
so a motion to enter into a contract with ACCOA on a week-to-week basis, providing
Screening
health
service.
screening on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. 7.5 hours a day. Or as needed.
Well, I think we really need to start, yeah, he has us starting at 8 and ending at 3, except for Fridays, ending at 3:30.
Well, that's because we changed the building operating.
And we're open
hours.
now, and the courts could be open later and,
Of course they can.
Yeah.
Do you want this changed then?
Yeah, 8 to 4:30.
Okay, 8 to 4:30?
You just added a half hour. You just add, oh, I had 7.5, and I'm at 8.5 hours.
Well, they're gonna get lunch, it's an hour, right? Or,
Yeah, but they've got to have somebody
Somebody over there
screening
to cover
during
it,
lunch
doesn't
hour.
matter.
Yeah, the courtroom stays open right through the lunch hour.
And you
Okay,
started at 8
yeah.
instead of 8, the building opens at 8.
8.5 hours.
okay. All right, you know what the motion is?
Yep.
Everybody know? Any other discussion?
It's a long one.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Carries.
Okay.
All right. Scott?
I wanted to bring you up to speed on something that I've been working on. The CARES Act Provider Relief Fund, round 3 came out, had to be due last Friday at midnight. I worked with Cheryl, she got me some numbers, and we're looking at least 2% of our revenue, but they don't say if that's patient care, insurance money revenue, or all of our revenues. Upwards of 2.8%, depending how the funding goes. and kind
Of EMS revenue.
EMS revenue, not county revenue. So I don't know what numbers they're gonna use for the number of revenue, the dollar amount. My estimations are somewhere between as low as 12,000 to 27,000 if they include all of our millage revenue. If they go as high as 2.8, we're looking at somewhere around 16,800, upwards of 38,000. But we don't know the numbers yet because they don't know what the funding's gonna be yet. They wanted information from first and second quarter, 2019 and 2020. If you compare the second quarter from 19 to 20, in the second quarter, we were down almost 54,000 in revenue.
COVID.
so they're trying to get us money. I'm still looking for grants every day of the week of anything we can get.
All right,
Motion to adjourn.
Is it okay if the change of hours goes out tomorrow rather than tonight? Okay.
Now, what are we gonna do about health insurance? Before we close this meeting.
Because we're gonna have to change the website
Well, Mess is gonna get us our quotes on Wednesday. Place is closed Wednesday. 44 North is asking for a Zoom meeting this week, or I guess we can move it to next week, but we gotta get all the numbers first from Messa. But we gotta get that handled, and I don't know if we need to wait till next Wednesday, or we gotta meet.
does anybody, what's the deputies at? What are they doing? Anybody here?
We don't know yet. We don't have anything yet. We haven't met yet. I've sent them a communication. COM still isn't even on their radar. Well, that's not true. It's on the radar, but it hasn't been confirmed in yet. And is it 12th or the 14th it's going to be? I can't. Soon, but it's not yet.
That's gonna be a sticky point.
Oh, sure. Well,
Because Teamsters is gonna want to say, hey, if that's what you're gonna spend on them, you know, depending on what their insurance is. And that's gonna throw all this into chaos and what we're doing here.
Well, then somebody just needs to let Jennifer know that we're still.
The operating engineers as to what their monthly premiums will be.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen anything, Phil?
no.
No,
Might
I
be
don't
worth
get any
giving them a call
communication.
since we're trying to figure all this out right now.
I spitballed it, but I don't know if my number's gonna be on target.
Because they're contracted for one more year.
They have one more
Right.
year to the end of 21, but in their current contract, it says that they'll get us the numbers
Yep.
when they become available. The first 3 years, they gave us solid numbers.
Right.
well, I just think you need to let Jennifer know that we're gonna have to get back with her next week.
Yeah.
This is not gonna happen this week. We don't have the numbers till Wednesday, and then you still don't know what's going on there. So, is there a deadline we have to have that insurance renewed by?
Yesterday.
No. Got till the end of December.
Do we have? till the
But
end?
what we do,
No,
No, we don't.
It's the 1st of November, or December.
First of
Right.
We
December.
gotta have the insurance
For
forms
their-
ready to go to
their
employees
happiness
December
is
1st.
quicker than later.
Yeah.
And people gotta be able to make their choices and all that good.
all with their
goodness.
families and.
Um,
November